Hello, everybody. This is going to be a quick video on our continuing series of always use the for each loop, except when you can't. And so in a previous video, we showed off how we can iterate over an array with a for each loop and an iterable. We printed out the names Fred, George, and Ron both ways. And it works like a charm. And you should always use this whenever you can, like whenever it's the right tool, which is most of the time, use the for each loop. In this example, we're going to talk about an instance where there's a better tool for the job. And so in this case, I want you to imagine that we're in SOC and we've got this list of words called old speak, and we want to change that. To be very clear, I'm not encouraging this behavior. 1984 depicts a dystopian hellscape. It is not intended to be a user's manual. So with that said, we run this and you can see like we have old speak and new speak because we haven't done anything. So let's start off by removing some words. That'll make InSOC very happy. Let's remove bad and words.add. Run this, you can see that we used to have bad in this list. Now we have on good. That's where it's working as intended, I suppose. And so I want you to imagine further, we're just going to write a quick loop that says like for all the words, for each word in words, let's get rid of the adverbs. And so we're going to get rid of everything that ends with ly. So if word dot ends with, not that, ends with ly, let's remove it. Words dot remove word. Now, this is undoubtedly going to remove words that perhaps InSOC didn't intend, like only. I'm sure they don't really care if they take out too many words, though. And so, but this fails, right? And the problem is that while you're iterating over something like words, in this case, it's an array list, it won't let you mutate it while you're there, right? So like there's something called a concurrent modification exception. You can see it's being thrown right here. And this guy is going to prevent us from changing words while we're in the middle of iterating. And so this is not going to work. Now, you can imagine changing this to take, to build a list on the way out. Like we don't have to mutate words. We can add new words. Each word that we find, we can just add it to that. Now, that's not really going to be InSOC style. They are not interested in keeping the old dictionary around. They're going to be mutating the heck out of old speak. They're trying to destroy it. That's the whole point. And so this is not going to work. Right, and so this approach is not going to work. This is the moment for Iterator to shine. It has a tool. It's perfectly built for this exact thing. So let's go ahead and build the one that's going to work. And so we built iterators in this class, and so I'm going to make an iterator from words. And then I can do this while loop where I can say, go over the iterator. So this is essentially what the for each loop is doing, right? It's going over the iterator for the iterable. Now I have string word equals iterator.next. Try to do this, right? If I'm like, oh, well, let's do this, like that's not going to fix it, right? Like if I run it, I still get the same concurrent modification exception because I'm still iterating over this words iterator and I'm trying to remove it, and that's not going to work. Now, Iterator has the has next and next method. It has this bonus method that was built for this exact task, which is to remove. Now, by default, this throws an unsupported operation exception. Things like array list and linked list support it. And so instead of asking to delete from words or remove from words, we can just tell the iterator, please remove the last item you just sent to me. And this will get the job done, right? Now I've taken out quickly. And so, you can imagine the next step would be like, all right, let's add in quick wise or something in its place. That's sort of beyond the scope of this video. But this is, just a quick example of like one of the cases where, iterator shines, let it shine. This is the time to use it, not to use the for each loop. To be very clear, the grand vast majority of the time, you should be using the for each loop. Every now and then there's a reason that the other versions work. This is one of them. Specifically when you're trying to remove something from a list that you're iterating over. And so good luck and have fun on all the assignments in the class. Hopefully this will help.